Okay, let us have more illustrative problem for cash basis and accrual basis of accounting. Gumamela Company provided the following data at year end. So we have year 1 and year 2 accounts receivable and accounts payable. In year 2, accounts written off amounted to 100,000. Sales returns amounted to 250,000, of which an amount of 50,000 was paid to customer. Cash receipts from customers after 500,000 discount totaled 8 million. Purchases returns amounted to 400,000, of which an amount of 100,000 was received from supplier. Cash payment to trade creditors amounted to 5 million after discount of 200,000. Under accrual, what is the amount of gross sales? Under accrual, what is the amount of net sales? And under accrual, what is the amount of gross purchases? And under accrual, what is the amount of net purchases? Okay, first, amount of gross sales. Okay, so for gross sales, if we're talking about sales, what is the account that we're going to analyze? It is accounts receivable. So, madali kasing mag-analyze sa P account. So, kung ito ang ating P account ng accounts receivable, siyempre, ang beginning balance niya nandito sa debit side. So, that is 1,200,000. So, 1,200,000. At ang ending balance naman ay 1,350,000. Ano bang hinihingi sa atin? Amount ng gross sales. Nasaan ang sales? Nandito, di ba? Dito. Okay, so ano yung mga data? In year 2, accounts written off amounted to 100,000. Nasaan ba yung write-off? Nandito sa kanan, 100,000. Sales returns amounted to 250,000, of which an amount of 50,000 was paid to customer. So, ibig sabihin, yung 50,000 para sa cash customer. So, hindi siya kasama dito kasi AR siya para sa credit customer. Ibig sabihin, ang ipopost lang natin na SRA dito ay 200,000 lang. Of which, 50,000 was paid to customer. Cash receipt from customer totaled 500,000 discount to after discount of 500,000 totaled 8 million. So meron tayong 8 million na collection nandito sa kanan at meron tayong 500,000 na sales discount. So it is also on the right side. So 500,000. Okay, so magkano ang credit sales? Okay. So, mula dito, para mas madali, 1,350,000, 1,350 plus 500,000 plus 200,000 plus 100,000 plus 8 million minus 1,200,000. 1,200,000. So, that is 8,950,000. So, ang total sales, 8,950,000. Yan yung gross sales natin. So, how much is gross sales? How much is net sales? So, ang gross sales is 8,950,000. Okay. Less sales returns. SRA. Magkano ang sales returns natin? That is 250,000. 250 yung buo. At saka sales discount, magkano ang sales discount? That is 500,000. So magkano ang net sales? That is 8,950,000 minus 750,000, that is 500 and 250. So 750, that is 8,200,000. So net sales is 8,200,000. Okay. Ang sunod na tanong, under accrual, how much is our gross purchases? So, kapag gross purchases naman, ang titingnan natin ay accounts payable. Okay. Ang accounts payable natin, 1.5 ang beginning. So, we have 1,500,000 beginning. At ang ending ay 1,850,000. Okay. So, ano yung mga info or data na nasa gitna? So, nandito na tayo. Purchase returns amounted to 400,000, of which an amount of 100,000 was received from customer. So, meron tayong PRA, Purchase Returns and Allowances, na 400,000, pero 100,000 ay sa cash customer. So, ibig sabihin, ang ipopost lang natin dito ay 300,000 kasi yun lang ang naka-apekto sa ating accounts payable. Cash payment to trade creditors amounted to 5 million after discount of 200,000. So, nandito ang pag nagbayad tayo, 5 million. Kasi ang entry pag nagbayad, remember, is debit AP and credit cash. So, 5 million. After discount of 200,000. So, discount nandito, 200,000. Okay, so magkano ang credit purchases? So, we have 1,850,000 plus 200,000 plus 5 million plus 300,000 minus 1,500,000. So, that is 5,850,000. So, credit purchases or total purchases is 5,850. Okay. Kung tutusin kasi, yung cash purchases natin, kasama na. Kasi kasama yun dito sa pag nagbayad. Okay? Kasi nga, di ba ang entry kapag nagbabayad is the debit purchases and credit cash. So, it is already, kumbaga parang sinama na natin dito. Okay. So, magkano ang gross purchases? That is 5,850. So, gross purchases is 5,850,000 less PRDA, purchase returns and purchase discount. Purchase return ay purchase returns 400,000, which amount is 100. Okay, so purchase return is 400,000 and purchase discount ay 200,000. Okay, so we have our net purchases. So we have 5,850 minus 400 minus 200. 5,250. So that is 5,250,000. That is our net purchases. Okay. Let us have another problem. Cactus Company provided the following data for the current year. So, ang hinihingi, what amount was paid for operating expenses? Binayaran. Okay, so we have operating expenses, we have depreciation, insurance, at saka salaries of 700 at 1.5, total is 3.2. Then we have prepaid insurance and accrued salaries payable, beginning and endings. This is the beginning, this one is ending. So again, ang hinihingi, what amount was paid for operating expenses? So magkano binayaran? So dito sa tatlong nakalistan expenses, dalawa lang ang binayaran, insurance and salaries. Of course, ang depreciation, it is just an estimate. So 700 plus 1.5, that is 2.2. 700 plus 1.5, so that is 2.2. Okay. So, expenses. Yung expenses natin, that is insurance and salaries, is 2,200,000. Then, we have our prepaid insurance. beginning, we have end. Prepaid insurance beginning ay 150,000, 150, and ending is 200,000. Then we have accrued salaries payable beginning, and we have end. Salaries payable beginning is 120,000. Beginning is 120. End is 100,000. Okay. The requirement is what amount was paid. So, amount paid for operating expense. Again, ang kailangan natin, binayaran ngayong taon. So, we have prepaid insurance beginning. Binayaran ba yan ngayong taon? Hindi. Kasi last year yan binayaran. Prepaid insurance end. Binayaran yan ngayong taon? Yes. Accrued salaries payable. Binayaran ba yan ngayong taon? Accrued salaries or accrued expenses already paid. Already incurred but not yet paid. So, this is accrued salaries payable beginning. Binayaran ba yan ngayon? Yes. And what about accrued salaries end? Hindi. So, tanggalin. Okay. So, how much? Magkano binayarang gastos ngayong taon? That is 2,200,000 minus 150,000 plus 200,000 plus 120,000 minus 100,000. So, that is 2,270,000. 2,270,000. Okay. Just a reminder, do not memorize the solution. As much as possible, analyze the solution. Huwag kakabisaduhin yung solution, but analyze. Kasi accounting is not a memory work. Accounting is more on why. Analyzation. Okay. Pag alam mo kasi i-analyze, kahit na nervyusin ka, hindi ka mawawala. Samantalang kapag kinabisado mo yan, kapag ninervyus ka, mawawala ka. Okay? Now, let us have the next problem. The following data relate to store equipment of Sampaguita Company for year 2. So, we have year 1 and year 2. Store equipment cost is 145,000 and 175 na lang at the end of the year. Then, we have accumulated depreciation and beginning and ending. Store equipment costing 30,000 was sold for 21,000, resulting in a gain of 3,000. How much is the depreciation expense on store equipment for year 2? Depreciation expense ang hinihingi. So, kapag depreciation expense, anong account ba ang nakaka-apekto sa depreciation expense? Or anong account ang naapektuhan ng depreciation expense? Yun bang store equipment? Hindi. It is accumulated depreciation. Kasi, kapag nagre-record tayo ng depreciation expense, di ba ang entry natin, debit depreciation expense and credit accumulated depreciation. At ang effect ng depreciation expense sa accumulated depreciation ay tumataas. It increases our accumulated depreciation. Kung wala itong information na ito, store equipment costing 30,000 was sold for 21,000 resulting to a gain of 3,000, we're just going to compare the beginning balance and ending balance of depreciation expense. In this problem, 2,000 ang depreciation expense kasi at the beginning 58 naging 60, so ibig sabihin nagkaroon ng entry na debit depreciation expense 2,000 and credit accumulated depreciation 2,000 kaya naging 60. Kaya lang meron tayo nitong information na ito. So again, let us reconstruct ano ba yung entry ginawa noong ibinenta natin yung store equipment. I-reconstruct natin yung entry. So eto, store equipment costing 30,000 was sold for 21,000, resulting in a gain of 3,000. So, entry, debit cash. Magkano daw yung tinanggap nating bayad? It is 21,000. Debit cash, 21,000. Supposed to be another debit, accumulated depreciation. Pag nagbenta tayo, di ba isi-zero out natin yung accumulated depreciation nung ibinenta nating asset, no, fixed asset, pero hindi pa natin alam. So, just leave it blank. And then, credit equipment. Credit equipment. Magkano yung equipment? 30,000. At ang sabi, may gain na 3,000. So, it is gain on sale of 3,000. Okay, so fill in the blanks. So, debit cash, 21,000. Debit accumulated depreciation, equipment, wala. We have equipment of 30 and gain of 3,000. So, we have 33,000 on the credit side minus 21,000. So, ibig sabihin, accumulated depreciation of that equipment is 12,000. Okay? So, if this is our accumulated depreciation, beginning balance ay 58,000. 58, ending balance ay 60. Meron tayong entry nung magbenta, debit accumulated depreciation of 12. So, magkano dito yung expense? Okay? So, we have 60,000 plus 12,000 minus 58,000. So, magkano ang ating depreciation expense? 14,000. Kasi, gumawa ng entry, debit depreciation expense 14,000, credit accumulated depreciation 14,000. So, nandito yung posting. Check natin, we have 58,000 plus 14,000 minus 12,000. So, we have 60,000 ending balance. Okay. So, that's all for our cash basis and accrual basis of accounting. Hope to see you again in my next video. Thank you.